Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about a new product from Benefit, the Porefessional, I don't know why I always find that word hard to say, Agent Zero Shine Vanishing Pro Powder. And the idea of this is to complement the already popular Porefessional primer, which I use and absolutely love. I don't think that I would repurchase that one. If you haven't seen my review on primers, I'll link it below, but I did a whole review on comparing primers, and there are two drugstore ones, the L'Oreal and can't remember the other one, but there are two drugstore primers that are, in my opinion, as good as the Porefessional, but the Porefessional is very good at covering pores. For me, I have got very oily skin and very visible pores here, large visible pores, kind of with aging. I don't think it's to do with clogged skin. The idea of this is, like I said, it complements that primer, and it's for shiny skin, for your T-zone, you know, to kind of prevent your skin getting too shiny throughout the day. You can either use it as a touch-up kind of mechanism, or you can use it as an all-over powder. With it being so expensive, I would say using it all over your face would probably not work very well, because it would run out very quickly. So this is £23.50 for this, and in it you get 70 grams, which is 0.24 ounces, and that's not an awful lot. Like I said, if you're using it as your full face powder every day, I think it would run out pretty quickly. I think what I'm going to use this for is I'm going to just use it in my T-zone on days where I'm feeling really oily, or I'm going to keep it in my bag and use it as a touch-up. I think that's probably the best way of using it. So I'll show you how this bottle works. So everything is in here, and that's one of the things that kind of put me off at first. When I heard about this, I thought it sounds fiddly and kind of just, it would take too much bother to put it on. I thought, you know, I just want a powder where I can open it and powder my face. So when I went into the store to have a look at it, that's when my mind was changed, because it's not as fiddly as it seems. The other thing that kind of put me off was it looked like a coloured powder, but it actually goes on colourless. So what you've got is, this is the little compact, and then at the bottom you twist and you've got the brush. So it just twists up there, and then you just pull down this plastic bit, and that's your brush there. So that's quite handy. And then you just put it back in like that and twist again. Then in the top, you just twist it off to get your product. That's where the product comes out, and you just twist it to open. And then what you do is just tip it up and put a little bit in the lid like that. And then you twist it again. So the good thing about it is it's not going to leak in your bag, because you can actually close the top. So I thought that was quite nifty. And like I said, it wasn't actually as difficult as I thought to use. So I'm just going to show you a quick close-up now so that you can see, because what I've done today is I've put this Porefessional powder on the right-hand side of my face, and on the left-hand side of my face I just used a normal face powder, which was the Healthy Balance by Bourjois. So I'll just do a close-up so you can see. So I don't know whether you can see, but I can certainly see. You might need to be very, very close up, but this is where I've put the powder, and my pores are definitely more visible on this side. You can see them just sort of here, but here it smoothed them away. So I'm going to use some of the powder. This is the little brush here, and I've got the powder in the lid, as you saw, and I'm going to use this on the left hand side so you can see. So you can see it does look quite kind of dark. So I'm just going to pat that in and put it over my nose, and hopefully you'll see the effect. And it feels lovely on. It makes your skin feel very soft actually, which is something I didn't really expect to get from it. And I haven't put any primer on today at all. I've just put my foundation on. And the foundation I use is my Dior Airflash, which is a really nice foundation actually. So can you see there, it's just evened it out, and it has taken away the shine, and it's taken away or smoothed over the kind of visible pores, so you can't see them as much. It just kind of blurs it, kind of like the primers that are out now. But I think it's nice having it in a kind of powder option, you know. So you can see there that it is a powder that looks like it's got a colour, but it does go on clear. You know, it doesn't go on chalky white. That's what I really like about this powder. It doesn't look too pale, although I do feel like I look a little bit pale today, but it doesn't make you look white. A lot of powders can be too white, I think. So I love that about it. I've used it for probably, this is my third day of using it, so I've only had it for a couple of days. This is definitely a first impressions review, but I have found that it seems to be keeping me shine free for longer, maybe a couple of hours longer. I'm noticing that it kind of gets past lunchtime and I'm suddenly needing to use blotting paper, but before using this, that would happen to me kind of mid-morning. So it's definitely given me a few more hours kind of in my T-zone where I would get oily. What I love the most about it though is, as you will have seen in the close-up, how much it covers the pores, because I do often forget to use a primer, and a primer does do that for me, but it doesn't last. And that's what I was interested to see with this powder when I went into the shop to have a look at the little gadget and also see if it covered up the pores. So I asked her to do it on one half of my face, and it definitely does. So I think that's really nice, especially like if you had done all your makeup in the morning and you're doing that kind of day to evening thing where you're going out after work. This would be really handy to keep on you, because you can then, whatever kind of fake tan you've got on, whatever colour your skin is, this will be fine, because it does just disappear into that kind of non-colour, but it also fills in the pores and gives you back that kind of flawless look. So I think it'll be really useful for that. I'm thinking, is there anything else to tell you about it? So I think, like I said, it works pretty well on the shine free, which is what it claims to do. It works on the pores. It says on the back it's mattifying, pore perfecting, invisible finish, ultra lightweight. And I would agree with all of those things so far. It does feel like it mattifies, but it's not, doesn't make you look too flat. And it does feel lightweight. That's another thing that I was wondering about it, because when you get that kind of shiny T-zone, if you just use your powder, sometimes you can feel like you've caked up your face. It doesn't feel like that with this at all. You could almost put this on without blotting. I have tried that, and it doesn't, like, instantly sometimes that kind of clings to the oil and kind of looks a bit cakey and like you've packed on your makeup, and this doesn't seem to do that. It is a very lightweight feel. So far so good. I don't think there's anything else to tell you. If I have missed anything, then please feel free to stick a question in the comments below. I will be using this for the month of January, and if it continues to impress me, then it will probably appear in my favourites in January. If it doesn't, if for any reason it was a fail, then it would appear in my empties and fails, or even favourites and unfavourites. But I think it's more than likely going to be something that I keep in my bag and just use as a kind of touch up during the day. So thank you very much for watching me today. I hope that that was useful for you if you're considering buying this. Like I said, I was really on the fence about it. I had it kind of listed as the thing I was going to buy, but I was like, will I, won't I? But when I actually went in and saw it, I thought, no, I'm going to give it a go, you know, because it did impress me. And the girl behind the counter was saying that she'd been testing it and she was pretty impressed with it, because I know that she works there, but she was quite honest and saying, you know, because some of the things didn't work for her, excuse me, like me, like the, was the 15-hour stay primer, you know, the stick primer did not work for me at all. But this one I'm pretty impressed with so far. So thank you again for watching, and I shall see you again very soon.